Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, my name's Sasha. I love anything shimmery, sparkly, glittery, especially indie palettes. So if you guys are into that kind of content, then make sure to subscribe to my channel because I love to have you guys here. And for this video, I'm going to be reviewing, finally, I've been waiting for this. So this is the by Shroud Cosmetics collab palette with Battybean, and I've never tried from anything from Shroud Cosmetics, but I am a fan of Battybean, so that's why I got it, and I love her style. So I've been meaning to pick up her first palette, so I went ahead and bought the first palette as well. They didn't have them in bundles, but I just used her code to just get a small discount. It's freaking Bats palette. It's $35, so it's a little bit cheaper than the other one. The other one's currently the brand new one, the Hallobean. That one's $42, so it's currently sold out, but they do plan on restocking sometime the end of September, which is already the end of September, or sometimes in the beginning of October. They haven't announced anything yet. Right now it's the 27th, so I'm hoping I can have this video up today. I've been really pushing myself to get my videos up sooner, so I really been trying, guys. But anyways, I've already went ahead and did my swatches for this palette because I love doing my, you guys know, I always say it every time, I love doing my reels, my Instagram reels, my TikToks. I love doing swatches. That's like my thing. I love doing swatches. But yeah, the formula to this palette, I've never found anything like this, so it was like really different feeling all these different shades. So I would say the one that felt like really dry-ish, I was like really worried about it. Like, it was pigmented, but I did build it up a bit, so obviously all these shades are built up, but I'll tell you which ones I had to really build up. So the shade Ghastly is like a purplish black shade, and that one felt really dry-ish, but it was like super pigmented, so I was like, I'm kind of worried about that one. So I'm not sure if I'll use that one or the other shade, this other shade I'm going to use. Pretty pigmented, but this one stained my arm, I gotta say, the shade Wicked. And the two shades I really had to build up, it's Showtime and Looser Cloud. So they are on the lighter side, but I had to build those up a little bit more than the other matte. This matte's fine. And I'll say these, like the texture to them, like even the mattes, you feel like some texture to it. Like they feel like either they're finely milled, that you can feel the texture, or like they just felt different. Even feeling the, because there's a mix of dual chromes and multi-chromes. It's a 4 shimmery shimmers. I'll tell you which one's which. So the shade Afterlife is a metallic multi-chrome that shifts from a burnt orange to copper to gold. And then a Woods Borrow, the second one, is a vibrant dual chromes that shift from orange to gold. Black Flame is a sparkling black base multi-chrome that shifts from purple to orange to yellow to green. And then the shade Ghoulish is a sparkling white multi-chrome that shifts from gold to green to blue to purple. So I did went ahead because I heard that they said that the shade Ghoulish, it could transform the shade practically. So I did swatches of comparison. So the Ghoulish is pretty much brightened up each shade, and like even the darker shades, it really changed up the darker shades into more like a completely like brand new shade. So if you don't want to use these shimmers like in the inner part or your halo look, then you could just get one of these mattes and just transform it with this shade Ghoulish, and you just have more like various ways and how you can use this palette. So I haven't done an eye look, of course, so this is gonna be a first impressions trying out the formula of this brand and also this palette as well. And lately I've been doing a lot of multiple looks, but I need to give myself a break. So what I'm gonna do an additional look over my Instagram. So I did get the idea from Battybean like a while back, so that's why when I started doing that, I got the idea from her. So I'm like, oh, that's pure genius. Anyways, so let's just jump right into it. Alright, so I already have my lids primed. I used a Dose Colors concealer. Let's use the shade Wicked right here. Like, I can't help myself with this green shade, but let's get a little bit of that. Got a little fluffy taper brush by Shana B. Miami. This is the one shade that stained my arm that I had to use when I did the swatches, I had to use a makeup remover, and like an actual makeup remover. Usually I use a baby wipe, to remove my swatches. But man, these shadows, they really they stay on your skin. So yeah, make sure you have a good product to remove your eye makeup. I always use a cleansing balm, so I'm gonna see how this removes with my cleansing balm that I always use. I use the Wishful cleansing balm. Oh, that's a pretty shade. It's so grungy. Alright, so yeah, I'm just going light because I'm not sure how dark, like how hard would these shadows be, but oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm just gonna kind of smoke it out a little bit, just a little bit. So I'm just gonna basically just add it a little bit and just build it up, because when it comes to dark shades for me, I like to just build them up rather than put in a full-on pigment. Unless I do it over the lid, then that's fine. But as a transition, I just don't want it to be so dark. Alright, so I'm just gonna add a little bit more of Wicked. Okay, so far so good. Yeah, the texture of these shadows, even the mattes, they felt really different than I ever felt. Like I felt the texture of the mattes as well. Like they didn't feel like I mean, they don't feel like super rough besides the shade Ghastly. That's the one that felt rough to me. Yeah, they didn't feel like smooth. Oh, but yeah, some of these mattes I forgot to mention. It's just that these two, they weren't really pigmented, so I had to really build them up. But that one, such a beautiful shade. I love it. I love a good mustard yellow. And yeah, I'm just gonna build it up. Now I'm gonna build, hopefully I didn't get a, no I didn't. Okay, because sometimes I get distracted. See, I don't think I got a Ghastly shade. Oh my gosh, I hope I didn't. So I'm just gonna blend that. A beautiful, like a dark emerald green shade. Actually, I kind of want to do a halo look. So I'm gonna add this shade right here as well. So it's gonna be super dark. So I guess we will build them up. I'm gonna use that dark shade as well to really deepen it up even more. Okay. And I'm gonna get a little bit more of Wicked and kind of focus it right here. And kind of just deepen it up the crease area just a little bit, like right there. So now I'm gonna get the shade Ghastly. I'm gonna deepen it up. Gonna deepen it up right there. So this one has like a it's like a dark purple. Yeah, it's a dark purple. And I'm not gonna go so far. I'm just trying to intensify the sides since I want to do a halo look. Yeah, if you guys get this palette, let me know what you think about this palette. I'd love to hear your thoughts. This is definitely a different formula than I'm used to. But I can't wait to dip in my fingers or, you know, my brush with the multi-chromes and duochromes. I'm so excited. So I'm gonna use Black Flame. This is a multi-chrome. This one, I feel like you don't need so much. So I'm just gonna put it right here. Almost where I didn't go with that shade. I don't want to go all the way in the sides. Just like that. Oh, I think I might have fallout. I have to be careful. That Black Flame shade. I got too much in that one, so it's my bad. Now the next shade I want to use is Boral right here. It's a very bright orange, so I really wanted to use that because it's so pretty. It's so glowy looking. And then I'm going to use the same brush. I just cleaned it up. Actually, let me clean it up more because that's a very dark multi-chrome. And I'm going to get some of that orange now. Yeah, I feel like you don't need to get so much. I'm just getting carried away, getting way too much. And I'm just going to put this right in the middle. Oh, yes. That pop of orange. Yeah, I really wanted to do a dark look because it's not often I do extreme dark looks. So I want to see how it goes. Okay, and then just like that. I should have not put the orange there, honestly. So I'm going to get the little bit of Wicked. Just kind of pat that shade in. Yeah, I got too much. I mean, I got carried away. I should have not put that. It's too shimmery. Okay. And then I'm going to actually add a shade to have a little pop. I'm going to use the shade It's Showtime. And I'm using this brush. It's like a taper brush. Usually I use this to add like a little bit hint of right here. So I just kind of dab it a little. Just to add a little, to fix my shade almost. kind of transform that matte actually. Kind of right here a little bit. So I think I'm gonna clean up. Oh, actually I can't even clean it up. I'll try to clean it up though. I'm gonna see if I can fade this out a little bit. This right here in the sides. Like I don't want it to be too dark. I just want it to be light. I might have to go a little bit high just to make it fade. Yeah, I'm thinking I want to use all the shades probably. So I want to use the shade Crypt. I'm going to go for my bottom eye now. Yeah. Like I love how the shades, they complement so well together. Like I'm using all the shades. That's what I'm planning now. I didn't think I was. I went off camera to do the other eye because I had to wait, guys. Over here at home it gets loud, so so yeah, so instead of wasting time I just went ahead and did this eye, but I didn't finish the bottom eye, so we'll just go off where we left off. And let me put a little bit of that Crypt shade. I feel like it's disappearing, or unless I have to build it up, but let me just add it in a little bit more. Such a nice shade. It's like a yellow ochre shade. I love yellow ochre. I'm gonna add this shade Losers Club, and I'm gonna focus it in the inner part of the eyes, like the edges. It really changed the shade, and I'm gonna add it right here too. I'm gonna use the shade Wicked then. I'm gonna deepen the outer edges. I'm gonna get a little bit of that. And just focus it on this sideways, kind of fade it out. Like a little bit more. I'm just gonna add a little point right there. Just a little bit, because I'm gonna add the shimmer. The Ghostless shimmer. I'm gonna get this Ghoulish shade now, right here. This is a transformative multi-chrome, and I'm just gonna add it right here. Ooh, I'm not sure if that's too much. Should I do my thing, my signature line? I don't really want to, so let me just dab it a little bit. And let me just add this, because it always tempts me just to add like shimmer. Like I just want a little pop of highlight. I still want to add an orange shimmer though. Am I crazy? This Woods Boral right here. Like I just love this orange. It's so vibrant. And I'm just gonna pop it in the middle. Just kind of fade it out a little bit. It's just like a little pop. Yeah, so this is the eye look, you guys, for right now. So I'm just gonna jump off camera, put some mascara and some lashes and put it on my lips, and then I'll give you guys my final thoughts about this palette. So right here's my final look, and I love it. I love it. I love it. It's definitely like very dark. This is way darker than my other look. So this one's like really grungy, guys. Oh, really grungy. Yeah, I'll try to leave what I'm wearing today down in the description down below. But I'm wearing my Kiss Mink's Effect Audacious lashes, so I'm trying to get the most use out of these. And this side is always barely poking through, so don't mind that. And then for my lips, it's not a lipstick, it's not a lip combo, it's a liquid eyeshadow combo. Because the thing in one of my videos when I was testing out the Celestial Garden palette, I needed like a grungy or colorful lips, and I used one of my liquid eyeshadows from this brand. So I have tried 2 of these. So I mean, I tried 2 different products on my lips. I use a Haus Laboratories. It's a Glamatech liquid eyeshadow in the shade Chain Ballerina. So this is black with a little bit of sparkle, but you can barely see the sparkle of it. So I just filled my whole lips with this, fill it in, and then I put this on top. There's a Lorac liquid eyeshadow in the shade Yak Club. So it's a little purplish, and yeah, that's my combo. I know it would have been a different vibe. Oh, if I had a green lipstick, like a green grungy lipstick, it would have been a different vibe. So that's why this look is looking like very dark, but I am loving the color combos. Like, all these colors complement so well in this palette. I'm not sure, you guys. I know I said earlier, I might have said earlier that I'm gonna use all the shades, but I didn't. I forgot this shade, the Afterlife shade. So this shade is definitely different. It's more of a, comparing to the Woods Burrow, it's more brownish tone. So I didn't use that shade, so I completely forgot about that shade. I think this one would be nice, like a fall eye look. Very pretty, I love it. But yeah, I use most of the shades of this besides that one. But let me give you guys my final thoughts about this palette. So these dark shades, I'm not sure why dark shades are always so scary for me to work with. That's why I wanted to make a dark eye look. And just like I swatched this shade Ghastly, it felt really dryish, and I only used it to deepen up the outer parts because I did like a halo look. And the shade Wicked, I'm not sure if I had, like, I think I had a trouble on this side, right? It was like a little bit, I'm not sure if it's because of my concealer, but I had to like work with the blending a little bit, so it wasn't like easy, like an easy blend for that shade. And as for the mattes, well, this one was very easy. It's Showtime. I added it over here, right, the outer part of my transition, and it was really easy to diffuse the color out, like very easily. So I think that shade would be easy to blend. And then these yellows and oranges, well, I use them on my bottom line, so I can't really see how it would perform on my lid, but no problem with them. For the duochromes and multichromes, they're very pretty. They're very like textury, like you don't really need that much. So this is the look to it. So yeah, if you guys want to see a closer look, they're very textury, so they might crease. I think it might be creasing here. I think that shade Black Flame, it's creasing a little bit. I didn't use any eye primer or eyeshadow primer. I mean what you call like glitter glue. Yeah, I didn't use glitter glue. Right here it looks smoother, so maybe you have to smooth it out. So yeah, I have to smooth it out, but I think it is creasing a little bit, that one. I love this shade a lot, and of course this is the shade I was so excited about. It's very gorgeous. I think this shade would look very gorgeous all over the lid, and just like maybe one simple transition, like maybe this shade, it'll look very gorgeous. The golden shade is really pretty, so I really use it in the corner. It's like very glowy. So yeah, that shade will transform any of the mattes and even any of the shimmers as well. I feel like you don't really need that much. I think they're pretty pigmented, so you don't really need that much. So if you get too much, you'll probably get fallout, so just be careful with that, or just tap out the excess. And I think that's about it. What I think about the formula overall, I'm not sure. I think maybe because of the dark shades, I'm thinking that it's not like beginner friendly. That's what I'm thinking. It's really different, this formula. Like, I haven't tried this formula like this before. It's very different from what I have in my collection. That's why I really wanted it, because it's definitely Halloween vibes. They really, oh, they did the color story so good. And also it's gonna, just like they said, it's gonna pair well with the It's Freaking Bats palette. I might love the other one more because I love that color story a lot more. Like, I love this one too. It's so Halloween vibes, but this one, it's just, it has my heart. I love those teals, the periwinkle purple, and the greens. They're so pretty. They look so pretty together. I'm gonna do another look over on Instagram, so be sure to follow me over there. And I'm thinking I'm gonna do a ratings video for an eyeshadow palettes. I have a lot to rate because this one was crazy, honestly. And yeah, so I'm just gonna give myself a few days. Hopefully I can do one look, and then I'm gonna do my ratings video probably in the beginning of October, because I need a little bit extra time to play one of my other palettes. Like maybe like a few more times. There's certain ones I have to play again. That's all I have to say about this palette. So I'm really happy that I picked this up. I know it's currently sold out, but I'll let you guys know if you guys want me to. I could share it in my YouTube community post. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys find this video helpful. And if you guys enjoyed this kind of content, make sure to subscribe to my channel because I love to have you guys here. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.